Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and it's Friday, so we have Friday, the More You Know Fun video here. This was a headline the other day. The hail in Texas was so big that it required a new description. So it says this was one day ago. Today is May 30th, 2024, so this was the 29th. And right here, yep, the hail in Texas was so big that it would required a new description. So that's a hotel key, room key, and there's one sample of the hail that this guy got. This guy, I guess, Matthew Cappucci, Capucci? I'm not sure about that. But down there in Texas, on Tuesday, a string of rotating thunderstorms dropped record-setting hail and prompting a novel warning message from the National Weather Service, which said, hail the size of DVDs bombarded communities west of Lubbock, shattering windshields, damaging structures, and even leaving small craters in fields and farmland. So, yeah, that's pretty big hail. So this guy Matthew was storm chasing, and he was stationed in Pettit, Texas, about 40 miles northwest of Lubbock, 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 where he encountered hail larger than grapefruits. And he had a pre-chilled mobile freezer down to 24.8 degrees Fahrenheit to preserve the hailstones, in case he got something noteworthy. And he did. And then his report had the Weather Service issue a warning for hail that is 5 inches in diameter. An examination of a database of Weather Service warnings indicates that this was the first such warning among the 122 weather forecast offices serving the United States and its territories since at least 2010. It says that while the Weather Service forecasts have highlighted the potential for hail this big in watches, he could find no recording of warnings for DVD-sized hails. So, they called it a rare warning. And here's some of the graphics. First time in history, a warning has been issued for DVD-sized hail, 5 inches in diameter. And it says that on rare occasions, the Weather Service meteorologists issue warnings for softball-sized or grapefruit-sized hail, which is hail that's about 4.5 inches in diameter. 5-inch hail is an option for forecasters to select and warn GEN, the program the Weather Service uses to construct and disseminate warnings, but no prior instance of such usage was found. So they said that it's difficult to confidently distinguish between grapefruit and larger hail on radar unless there's ground reports, which typically don't come until after the fact. But this guy here, he was out, and he put out this video. We can take a look here.
Guys, I'm soaked, but look what I just collected. Some of these, 4 to 5 inches across. This one, bigger than a softball. It's about grapefruit size, 4.5 inches.
So he seems pretty happy about coming across that. And he said he got these. At 6:11 p.m., the hail slackened momentarily, so he put on a hard hat and sprinted out to get some stones before they melted. They were the size of grapefruits. He emptied his hail freezer, which had been filled with tennis ball size hail from earlier, to make room for the new and much larger samples. So, And then he called the Lubbock office to inform them of his discovery, and the warning was upgraded. So I guess that's the Lubbock Weather Center office. So he measured some by lining up two Hampton room keys, which are 3.375 inches in length. And he noted that the largest stone was a little more than 1.4 room lengths. So he said that was between 4.72 and 4.89 inches. And he called the weather service again. And then he got hail, giant hail, 5 inches in diameter was reported. And there was massive winds too. DVD size hail and 60 per mile hour winds hazard is what they put out here. A severe thunderstorm warning. And the bottom here, it says, stay indoors. Animals, people and animals will be severely injured. Expect shattered windows, extensive damage to roofs, siding, and vehicles. It says this is an extremely dangerous storm. Prepare immediately for giant hail capable of producing significant damage. People outside should move to a shelter, inside a strong building, and away from windows. And so then this guy Matthew texted Ian Giamanco, the lead scientist for the Insurance Institute of Business and Home Safety, and he said he had a freezer full of hail, and he asked, "You want it?" And then a few hours later, the two of them met up, and he turned over the hail, and this group is working to scan them in 3 dimensions for research, as well as take detailed mass and diameter measurements. So there's some of the hail that he had in his freezer that, he turned over to the Insurance Institutes for Business and Home Safety, to a lead scientist there. So that's an interesting job, a pretty niche job. And it says that many parts of Texas were rocked by severe weather Tuesday. Violent storms that swept through both Dallas and Houston unleashed gusts over 70 miles per hour and cut power to nearly 1.4 million customers at one point. But right here, a little, the more you know, some giant hail coming down in Texas. And, I bet you, Dane Wigington over at Geoengineering Watch, it will probably have something to say about this in his, video this week. I think he puts it out on Fridays. And, I bet you Dane would like to get some of these samples too and have his scientists take a look at them. But right now, people, just a little Friday, the more you know fun. Stay tuned.